guys. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm so excited because I have a very, very, very special guest. Her name is Gaby, aka BB Gabs.
Hey.
Gabrielle Tumaneng.
Okay.
What other nicknames do you have?
Gaby. Honestly, that's it.
That's it. That's
Just
it.
BB Gabs, Gaby.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on the podcast today. I really appreciate it.
I'm excited.
Really? Oh my god, I'm honored.
I haven't been on a podcast in a while, so I'm excited.
No, we're gonna have fun with it. Over the years, obviously we've known each other for so long, and we'll get to that. But yeah, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. And I've been obviously watching you on the sidelines. I mean, you're such a busy gal, but like,
Yeah,
I feel like I do my very best just to like let you know like how proud I am of you, even though it's like not that often. Like I message you here and there and stuff, but like, please know that I'm in awe of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes,
Means a lot.
Of course.
Especially right now, but I'll get into that.
Yes.
I guess later.
So Gabby's a dancer.
Hey, I am.
Choreographer, and you have so many like side hustles, like, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I do so many things.
Yeah, like what are you up to right now? Like before we get into it.
So I am a professional dancer here in Vancouver. I also am a preschool teacher, actually, in the day, which is crazy.
Find someone who can do both. Sorry.
Yeah, so I teach in the day with like my 4-year-olds, and then I'm a dancer by night, and I'm throwing it back at night. Oh, they don't even know.
She outside.
She outside. Actually, I'm inside at the studio, or I'm inside going to bed because I'm tired from my day.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, girl. Like you're dancing, you're working, you're teaching.
Yeah. I mean, before it was a lot worse because actually, like, I was working like 7 to 4:45 every day, and this was like at my previous school type of work.
Yeah.
And that was not a healthy work environment, but anyways, so that was very debilitating on like my mental, my physical. And then after that, I'd go home and I was still in school. This is like when I was still in school, so I would be like doing assignments after like a full like 8-hour shift, and then I would have rehearsals like at night, or I would be taking class and training, and then I wouldn't get home till like midnight. Dancers don't if you're a dancer, you would know we don't get good sleep.
Right.
We do not get good sleep. Like our days and nights are never ending, and it's always going. There's always something happening.
Right.
Rehearsal.
Like your schedule's always filled and like whatnot.
Yeah. And so I get home at like 1 a.m. and I go to sleep, and then I wake up and do the same thing again.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's the beauty of it. I mean, you know, with being a dancer, like there's so many experiences that come with it too, right? And like I feel like that kind of motivates you to like do more, and I feel like that's so special. So I've known Gaby for like, I don't know, like forever actually. I think we met back in 2008 or like around that time.
Yeah.
We were both part of this like Filipino society. I don't know if it's like a Filipino society thing or like a Filipino dance group situation.
Yeah, something like that. I don't really know what to call it either, to be honest.
Here's the thing. I literally remember the first time we met, and this was at JBCC, just down the street. My mom and like my bestie's mom, so like AJ, Angeli, she was the one that introduced my mom to like this whole like Filipino dance like crew thing, and then she was just like, yeah, Nichelle should join it, and of course with me, I'm just like, I'll just do anything. Basically,
like, whatever, mom, I'll do it.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I went to the first practice, which was at JBCC, and then I saw you, Isa.
I was the tiniest one there.
Literally, you were the baby.
I was just there.
Yeah, Isa, Gabby's sister, AJ, of course, Clarissa Headley.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just bringing.
This is such a throwback.
No,
this
literally.
so long ago.
These names are so nostalgic. And Cassie Ladio.
Yes. Shout out.
Yo, what's up? During that time, we were taught this Filipino Muslim dance. I don't know if you remember, like, with the fans and everything.
I have a photo.
You do?
Yeah, I think it's on Facebook or something. My mom showed me the other day. She was like, "Do you remember this?"
Stop.
Yeah, we all had different colors, right?
But it was like the same costume,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I have so many photos of that day of
I
our
was
performance.
green. I remember I was green.
You were green.
I don't know what you were. Were you pink?
I was pink.
Yeah.
AJ was...
I don't even remember.
No, Issa was blue.
Zang, I don't even remember. I probably
I think
should know
AJ
that.
was yellow. And Cassie was like this emerald. I'm like,
Oh.
okay, emerald.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, such fun times.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
So
and then-
long ago.
So long ago. And also, like, I feel just with the Filipino community, everyone just knows each other. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like at this point, it's not like a stereotype or anything. Like, legit, everyone
real.
knows each other.
I feel like especially in North Van.
Because
Like,
North Van is so small,
so
right?
small. Like we all know each other.
No, exactly. Like, for example, like, I'm at Park Royal, like, on a Sunday, and it's, like, accustomed to, like, Filipinos to, like, I don't know, after church, they just hit up the mall and stuff. And, like,
so true, actually. We just
and,
see
like, I just
everyone
see everyone. And, like, as much as I love seeing people, at the same time, I get, like, anxious.
there. Yeah.
Because all, like, the Filipino titas would, like, come up to me being like, oh, what are you doing now? Are you still in school? Do you have a boyfriend? And I'm just like...
Always those 3 questions, though.
No, literally, it's the top 3 questions.
I'm like, okay.
And, like...
Like,
yeah,
what
like-
about how are you doing?
Yeah,
Like-
or like nice to see you. Like what happened to those pleasantries? But anyways, like, yeah, I would be on break and I would go to the food court and I would go over my break because people would just be like asking me questions and I'm like, I gotta go.
Right.
But so nice talking to you. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. And yeah, we went to the same school. Well, I mean high school
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least. I think you were in grade 8. I was in grade 9. We started this dance crew. Well, I
Throwback.
didn't start it for sure, but Marvin Pitalver,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he was a dancer back in the day, and he was a couple years older than us. He was in grade 12 at that time when it started, but
Whoa.
I know time does
He was.
not
Whoa.
seem real. Yeah, it's
Whoa.
crazy. Yes.
Anyway, sorry, that
anyways,
just totally... Oh my God.
mind blowing. I'm not a dancer, but I decided to join it just for
Hey.
like funsies.
Yeah, why not?
But then you joined, and
I did join.
yeah, and I feel like that was the start of it all. You were mentioning, I forgot where. I didn't read it. I think I heard it somewhere. You really weren't like a dancer like when you were a child. Like you started like later on in your life.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
way, way later for dancers.
Right.
Quote unquote.
But hey, guys, look at her now. I feel like this situation kind of comes to show that like it doesn't matter when you start.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
such a believer of, you know, like work ethic and working hard and just being consistent in whatever that you want to pursue. Like at the end of the day, that's what's going to allow you to reach that goal for yourself.
100%.
You could
Yeah.
start, it's just the determination, you know what I mean? Like, and like she said, like I didn't grow up in the studio. Like I never grew up with technical training. I didn't start doing ballet when I was like 6 years old. And then all of a sudden I did all these conventions and blah, blah, blah. Like I didn't do that whole, you know, actual training per se when I was younger. But because I just genuinely loved it and I started at what, like 16, 17, like later, I guess. But that didn't stop me from being where I am today. Like now I'm signed, like I've done commercials, I've been in live performances for artists, like I've done the things that I could not have even imagined for myself. And it was all because I just kept going and I didn't let that label of, oh, you started late, like stop me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I just kept doing it. I kept training. I just put myself out there.
I love that girl. Yeah. No, that's so inspiring because like, you know, there's so many people out there that have that mindset. Oh my gosh, like I didn't start earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like why should I start now? Like your situation, you know,
Yeah.
comes to show that like no, like
Yeah.
everything's possible.
Yeah.
If you just put your mind to it, and like you said, determination is a really big thing.
And I'm not gonna lie, like even now that still gets to me, that like, you know, the fact that I'm not technically trained and
Yeah.
that, like when I'm put maybe in a room and it's an audition for like a job and like maybe these girls have been dancing for like over 20 plus years and have been in the studio training their whole life, and I'm someone that hasn't been doing that. I've only been dancing for like what, technically 6 years now.
Right.
you know, that still gets to me, you know, like I'm not them, but I know that at the end of the day, I offer something special from these other dancers,
Right.
you know, and I'm just gonna keep being confident in what I have and what I have to offer, and not, you know, try to compare myself to them.
100%. But does that get to you sometimes, I guess? Like when you're in an audition, like that's just in the back of your mind, like, oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't been doing this for so long, versus like, I guess everyone else in the room where they've been doing it for quite some time. Like, does that get to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I feel like even now too, like being a dancer here in Vancouver, like who you know and how long you've been training and what programs you've been in, you know, stuff like that. Like people who have been surrounded by that whole, like, you know, umbrella of training and being around the choreographers, being around the right people, and they've been doing it their whole life. Like on paper, they have it way easier than me. Straight up, like they've been doing that. They have those connections and they've been in that environment, whereas like I still feel like I'm learning the ropes and I'm just figuring it out on my own. But what I try to tell myself is that everyone's career path is different. Like, yes, people are trying to, you know, still move to LA or, you know, get signed with DaCosta or go to get an agent, things like that. But there's always a solution to get to those goals. And it's just, you know, focusing on that and not focusing on other people. So I just try to like zone in and just focus on myself and just remind myself that my life is gonna look completely different than the person next to me. Yeah, it's just keeping my head held high and
period.
Yeah, just focusing on me.
Love that.
But
girl.
It's really hard. Like dance is all about like, you know, how you look and everything and like how you move. It's so easy to compare yourself, so it's really difficult, but just staying dialed in is what's focused.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got signed with
Yeah.
Premier, what is it called?
Premier Talent
Management. Period. Yeah, I remember coming across your post announcing that you were being part of, you know, that management, but also you posted, I think, your headshots too, and then also like a vision board, which was very inspiring, I would say. If I'm going to be honest with you, like I go back to your post once in a while just to feel inspired. No matter what you do, like obviously I'm not a dancer, but like I have dreams of my own. So to be able to witness people literally living their dreams or just reaching for their dreams inspires me. So I want to say thank you for that.
You two could probably relate, like, you know, being
shout out to Paul,
Filipino and you know, like your parents always telling you like, okay, you have to go to school after you graduate, and then after you graduate you're gonna get a good job and that's gonna pay your bills and and then you have a family.
You literally put you took all the words out of my mouth there. We can all relate for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And like I wanted to stray away from that. Yeah. You know, because truly in my heart and soul, I knew that that type of linear type of living is not for me. Yeah. And it's never going to be for me. Like it's never related to me in like the way that I want to live. And the heart of everything I do and in pursuing like this creative career and as a professional dancer, yes, it's hard, but I hope that my work and everything that I put out on the table and like on social media and whatever and everything, all the projects I do, I want that to inspire you and like people that are like me or like POC, you know, who are not really spotlighted in the creative industry. And I want to show my people that it's possible. Like if I can do it, if I can get signed, if I can be on stage performing, if I can be on commercials, then like you guys can do it too. Like even if it's not even specifically for dancing as a career, like it could be like this, you know, or just like anything you want. Like I just want to prove that there's space for us out there.
With that being said, like just going back to, you know, how our parents have always just told us like, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that in order to get money. Like after high school, for example, did you know what you wanted to do? Like right off the bat? Like you being a preschool teacher, for example, was that something that you wanted to do?
Honestly, like in that time of my life, like what? I was like 19 maybe when I went to uni. I went straight into uni after high school. But honestly, yeah, like when I was 19 going into university, like if I'm being completely honest, I did not know what I wanted. Like I truly did not. Like what? I'm 19. Like I barely lived on this earth. Like how am I supposed to know?
No, fair enough.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think for me, like the automatic decision for me, especially because, you know, my parents are like in my ear still, like saying like you have to go to school, like go to school, blah blah blah. I was just like, you know what, like I love children, like I love teaching, I love educating, like I just love children, like I'm a child like type of person. So it was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like that's literally my mindset. I was just like, you know what, my parents are telling me I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna go to school.
Just do it, Nike.
Yeah, for real, just do it, Nike. And I did enjoy it, but it's not what I love doing.
Really?
You know, like full, like I don't see my, like now I can confidently say that like I don't see myself doing ECE for the rest of my life. Like I want to be doing dance full time. But at that time when I was in university and just starting out, obviously I'm still conflicted with like what my parents were saying. So in my head I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to school because my parents are telling me to go to school. I'm just gonna get it done, get it over with, so then I can just focus on dance.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Is that kind of, I don't know, sometimes I get imposter syndrome, or is that the right term, where I'm like, oh, I really just did school just to like please my parents, like if I'm being honest. But I feel bad for saying that.
I mean,
you know,
I feel like it's just with our culture too, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't really escape that. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm in the same boat right now. Like I feel you on so many different levels because I am still in school. I have like a year left. And although like obviously my dynamic with my parents are way different than yours, of course, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, yeah, am I doing this for like other people? Or am I doing this for myself? And it really took me a really long time to get to a place where I could confidently say like this is actually what I want to do. Like I just want to do it for myself. There has just been so much noise these past few years. Obviously I love my family and whatnot, and I know they want the best for me, and like although it just doesn't seem like that at times because it's so like in my face, I can separate like myself from them, like because I'm my own person.
I feel you on that, like the whole like I'm doing it for me now, not for them.
Yes. Although it is hard.
So hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so hard. So difficult.
I'm still struggling with it for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm more comfortable, or like I'm more confident, like I can stand up for myself. You don't owe anyone an explanation. Just do what you got to do. Like if you have plans, you don't even have to like tell them your plans. Cause I feel like who is she? Sorry.
Like why am I 23 telling you where I'm going?
No, literally. Because I feel like no, exactly. Because I feel like the only reason why I was telling people my plans is to validate my plans. I can do that myself, and also God too. Like me and God. That's all.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned like you do things for yourself now, and you had that like realization. I think I definitely had that maybe like a year or two going into after being in uni, and I was like, okay, like I'm grown.
She's grown.
I'm grown. I can make my own decisions.
No, exactly.
And yeah, I think it just got to a point where I just knew that my parents were holding me back. Like I knew that this, it just wasn't for me, and I just started listening to like what I really wanted. But yes, it's so hard with them like constantly being in my ear and like hovering over me, over my shoulder. Even now. Yeah. I love you though, but even now.
Shout out to Tita and Tito, by the way.
But yeah, especially when things started picking up, and then I was more involved in more like training programs, and that was taking up most of my life. While I was doing uni, that's when things started to like turn for me, and I was like, okay, like this is something I want to do, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward in this, and I just want to fully dive in. But honestly and truthfully, I feel like now I'm at my prime where I'm like, I'm doing it. Like if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. And like loudly.
Right.
You know?
And proudly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, I definitely let not only my parents, but like a lot of people in my life like hold me back from really like going for it. And even myself, because of like other people, but also myself, because I didn't believe in myself and I wasn't confident in what I had to offer as a dancer.
I feel like that's when, because you mentioned imposter syndrome earlier. I feel like that's a huge thing. So
huge. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, when I was first still like, you know, starting out in my dance career, I was so like just constantly hiding. I wasn't in the front of the room trying to like kill it. Like, I was trying to hide. Like, actually, I was trying to hide because I was like, again, it kind of goes back to the whole like, oh, like I started late. Like, I started late in my training and I'm not like these guys. And
I see.
You know, like, I didn't feel like I stood out. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna blend in with everyone else.
That's actually so shocking to me, to be honest, because, you know, knowing you as like very confident and like in your work and like just like you as a whole, like I wouldn't pitch you to be the girl like in the back.
I know, it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was honestly hiding myself like a lot of the times because I was like, I was pretty insecure about like what I had to offer and like who I was as a dancer at that time. But I think like now this is the most confident I've ever felt in my skills and like my style of dancing and what I have to offer in general. I'm way more confident and I'm willing to like be out there and be loud and be there.
You know, besides you being a preschool teacher, you graduating, congratulations by the way, early childhood educator,
right?
Capilano University.
Ho.
Not only are you like a dancer, like you take classes and whatnot, and like, you know, you have your own career within that. You also teach at A3 District.
I do. You do. Just got slide.
I mean, if you're a dancer watching this, go take your classes. Her classes.
I know it's early. It's at 5 p.m. And I know people work till 6. But if you're free on Tuesday at 5 p.m., come to Burnaby, 8th District.
And you also sub at Studio North, right?
Yes, I do.
I do. I guess tell the viewers like your experiences teaching, what you've learned so far, and
Okay. Well,
if that's okay.
It's not loud. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're forbidden.
Actually, funny enough, I didn't think I would be teaching. Actually, truthfully, I didn't think I would ever be in a position where I'd be teaching. I really just saw myself being just behind the scenes, being a dancer.
You wouldn't have thought it would be part of like your bingo card.
No, I would not.
Really?
Yeah. I'm shook that I'm even here right now teaching and I have a slot. I've grown to really love teaching and I actually just recently started teaching. It's only been, I think, like 2 years. Yeah.
2 years?
2 years
like it's
since
been more, to be honest. No?
Not like consistently. Like I think my first class teaching was international. What? My first class, like my first actual
Was
class.
it actually?
Yeah. I don't think I promoted it that much, but it was in Seattle. It was for...
Shut up.
Yeah, it was for like a...
No, I'm shook.
A workshop. It was for like a workshop in Seattle. Like I drove down with my friends and then me and my friend Chris. Chris McDowell. Shout out. Me and Chris. We both taught our first class in Seattle. I think this was
crazy.
Oh my gosh, when was this? I think this was like... When was this? 2 years ago. But yeah, it was that was like my very first class.
Yeah. Like how was that? Was it nerve-wracking? I
was so nervous, you guys. Like, I was so nervous.
Like how many people were taking your class?
There were so many people though. That's why I was like, you're taking my class? You guys don't even know me. I'm not even from here. Like,
I'm Canadian.
Literally. I'm Canadian. How do you guys know me? Yeah. But no, it was so surreal, like seeing my picture on like a flyer for like an actual workshop.
Crazy.
That was so insane. I was like,
like, hold up.
For real, imposter syndrome. Like, I was like, there's no way my face is on a flyer for like an actual like workshop in a different country.
Yeah. Like, be so for real.
Yeah, from then, like that was my official actual first class teaching. But before that, I've only just had sessions, like very small sessions. Like my friends would just pull up and we would just learn a piece like for free. Like it was just like for vibes. Like that was simply it. Did I know counts? No. Do I still struggle with counts? Yes. But anyways, back to Seattle workshop. That was a crazy turnout. There was like 30 people in that room.
Look at that.
No, so insane. It was one of, like, my first pieces I've ever made. So I taught that piece.
Yeah.
My very first time teaching, I was like prepping so hard, like trying to get the counts down.
Fair enough.
I was like, yeah, I was low-key
breaking
panicking.
down every single detail.
Every single thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, it flowed so smoothly. It almost seemed like second nature.
Right.
Yeah, and it went by so fast. It was great. People loved the class. And also, I'm just like a goofy person. Like, if you take my class, like, it's just me. Like, it's just a fun time. Like, it's just a fun time.
You probably made like so many good connections there too.
Yeah. Because like now I frequently go back and I teach. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
See, like, you know, you never
just,
know
like,
what that could take you.
Exactly. I did not think I would still be going there and like, still teach. But
yeah, exactly.
From there, I think me reflecting after that, teaching my very first class ever, I was like, wow, like that went by so, like that just was so smooth. Like it came like so natural for me. And it made me realize like, whoa, like maybe I do like teaching, and like because it was such an enjoyable experience for me, and I love people. I love connecting with people. I love vibing with people. I just love people. So the fact that we're just in a room together partying, I just loved it. I didn't think I would love it, but after that experience, I was like, I love this.
Like you had this realization that like, oh my gosh, this is actually not that bad.
Yeah, no, because I was so scared. That's why I just never talked, because I was like, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really scared. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But then I did know. Yeah. But I realized I did know.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Period. Because I feel like just putting your foot in the door. Yeah. Just really, opens up a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. Like, had I not taught that class, I probably wouldn't be teaching right now. But because I did, and like I just did it, not knowing the outcome, I think my experience teaching children too, and being around children. Yeah. Let me tell you, once you know how to handle a classroom full of 4 to 6-year-olds, you can literally do anything.
Okay, that's like, a good point.
You're invincible. Because like honestly, that class, my very first class, would not have been smooth had I not had experience working with 4 to 6-year-olds. Like straight up.
That's a good way of putting it, actually.
Straight up. Yeah, that type of skill that I got from teaching that specific age group. Yeah. Oh my God. Translated so well into me teaching now.
In like other aspects of your life, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. In life in general. Yeah. Oh my God.
If you can manage 4-year-olds, you can do anything.
No, seriously. Seriously, you can do anything.
This year has been pretty eventful for you because you've recently, I don't know how long ago was this, but like with Nikayla, you performed with her.
This was a few months ago.
Yeah, you opened for Bini, which is a Filipino pop girl group. Hey, shout out to Nikayla.
Hey, Nikayla. Oh my God, I have a funny fact about us.
What spill?
So funny. Yeah. Like, I remember like talking to her about it. So you know how, the Catholic school umbrella? Yes. Like literally everybody knows each other. Literally. Even if it's just like through passing, like straight up. If you go to like Notre Dame or like what's another one, St. Pat's, like literally everyone knows each other. Like I could not tell you how.
No, it's crazy. Like it's like a culture.
Yeah. Like, and our school,
you know.
Yeah, our high school is literally in North Van. They're like all the way an hour away, but we knew each other.
No, exactly. Yeah. And like there was really no explanation to it though. There was times I remember at the Shamrock tournament, like at St. Pat's. Yeah. I don't know. I've just been like saying hi to like people from St. Pat's and like Notre Dame, Holy Cross and whatnot. Yeah. My other teammates would ask, oh my God, like how do you like know these people? And then I would literally straight up say, I don't even know. We just like know each other. Like there's literally no like backstory to it. Literally. And I feel like again, like I don't know if this is stereotype, but like Filipinos just know each other.
And also just all the Filipinos go to the Catholic schools.
No, exactly. Literally.
I've actually known Nikayla for quite a long time.
Because you're the same age too.
Yeah, we're the same age. And we're both like very involved in like the sports aspect of high school. Like we're both in volleyball and basketball, like track, like everything. And obviously all the schools would get together for like volleyball games, basketball games, track and field meets. And so like we would just see each other. Like sure we weren't like friends, like we definitely weren't friends, but like we would see each other in the same spaces and
Right.
like maybe say hey like here and there, but it wasn't anything more than that. And then obviously I graduated, whatever, did my thing, and then Joe Tuliao, shout out to Joe Tuliao. He messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to be a part of this like opening act for Nikayla? And I was like, oh my god, I'm down. And so I pull up to rehearsal and it's her. And I don't think it clocked in for her just yet. But then I told her, I was like, oh my God, do you remember me? Like, we used to, like, you know, you went to Notre Dame. And then, you know, yada, yada, yada. And then, yeah.
That's
we
so
just
crazy.
completely recognize each other. And
Full
like,
circle.
Literally full circle. Because now
Literally.
she's, like, pursuing her, you know,
Her music
singer,
career.
artist career.
Yeah.
And I'm doing dance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. I would not have, like, thought that would happen.
It's probably, like, the best reunion, though. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like, I know you. And we're doing, like, our own things.
And now we can work together.
No, exactly. But how was that experience, though? Like, performing with her and, like, literally opening for, like, a up-and-coming girl group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was my first time, like, opening, like, doing an opening act for, like, any artist. So I was really excited. I didn't even know this theater existed, too. Like, it's in the middle of downtown.
Where was it again? Like,
It's like...
oh,
it's like the theater. I don't know.
like a performing arts. The theater.
I
Sorry,
think
the
it's
way that you
literally
said
called that. No.
the theater.
Yeah, I actually think it is. And like, because I remember asking the group chat, I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
They're
Are
like,
you sure
"Yeah."
it's here?
And I'm like, "What?" Wait, no, maybe it's not the theater. It's just something generic. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't believable because I was like, "There's no way it's called that."
Yeah.
But anyways, honestly, it was such a beautiful experience because not only was it like my first time doing an opening act with dancers and just performing in that way, but the whole cast was Filipino.
Represent
Like what? It was all Filipino gals.
gals.
Filipino baddies in there.
No, literally.
And I was like reunited with some of the girls I used to dance with, like Kim and Tin. I used to compete with them in Apprentice. Cass, like she just moved here recently. She's been here for I think like a few years, and you know she's Filipino, and she was also there. Who else is there? I don't know. There's just all the baddies in one room, and
There
it was
was
great.
quite a few of you guys.
Yeah,
right?
it was honestly like a reunion, like
Yeah.
a really nice reunion. Like I haven't seen some of those girls in a long time or danced with them in a very long time. So
Yeah.
it was just like a really heartwarming experience and like just feelings of like nostalgia too.
Yeah.
And just, like,
community.
girlhood.
Yeah, and
Just girlhood.
Did you meet Benny? Did you get a chance to meet them or no?
No, here's the thing.
Yeah.
They're like little like bodyguards or whatever. We're so like
Are you serious? You literally like opened for them.
we literally like we passed by them. We didn't even say hi. Like yeah, because they were like ushering us out like
What?
like, get out of here. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm just assuming maybe something happened in the past where, you know, maybe
That's
there's
fair.
some uncomfortable things or situations with other acts. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I'm just guessing. But
Yeah.
straight up, after we performed, they were just like, okay, bye.
They like literally kicked you out? Like
Yeah.
you didn't get the chance to like actually see the performance?
Oh, we did. We got to watch. We got to
Okay.
watch, which was nice.
Okay.
But like off the stage, like as they were like ushering us out, like
Yeah.
literally the second we finished our set and like went behind the curtains, they're like, "Okay, time to go."
Bro.
Yeah, they're like strict on it. I'm like, why?
Yeah, why?
Like we open for them. Like
Yeah,
what?
like we deserve it.
Yeah. Okay, tell me why. Okay, you know when you watch a concert, right?
Yeah.
And they have like the whole like intro, like opening, you know, and they
Yeah.
do like a countdown. It's like you're getting the crowd
Hyped
riled
up and stuff. Yeah, uh-huh.
You know, did you guys watch Chris Brown by any chance?
No, sadly.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was just gonna compare it to that, but
Yeah.
anyways, you guys know they have the whole intro, whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me why that intro. I swear to God, they had like 5 countdowns. Like I'm not joking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Like, tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Like, we already got off stage. It's been like straight up 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just countdowns. It's just so first. Okay, no hate to Benny. Like they're great, but
Yeah.
it's just like who is doing this? Because
Yeah. Like,
Hello?
why need for 5 when you could just have 1 and
Yeah.
get on with the night?
this was the this is what went down. So basically on the screen, they had a whole like compilation. It was like just the girls, like a whole video compilation, different angles of the girls, and they're just like every girl, and it'd be like the group, like as a group too. But like imagine like multiple shots and angles of that.
Yeah.
In like a 5-minute video. And the crowd's just like like just going crazy,
like hyperventilating.
No, I'm not joking. And I'm like, okay guys, like it's not that big of a deal. But they're not even on stage, like this is just a video. Then after that, not only did we have a 5-minute compilation, there was a countdown, like numbers, obviously. I think it was like 60 or something. It was like a long countdown. I'm like, bro, like when are they gonna get on? And then not only did they have that, they had the whole like Binnyverse title, but then it would like slowly build up, like they would color it like, you know, and that was like a little like time countdown too, so it would fill up all the way, but that was like 20 minutes. I swear to God, I was like, bro, I could go home, make dinner, go to bed,
do my skincare
routine, come back, and they would not be on stage. Like I was like, when are we gonna see them? Mind you, the fans were going crazy the whole time.
Yeah, no, dude, their fandom is intense. Like,
I'm like, y'all screaming for 20 minutes is insane.
Literally, I ain't a producer or anything, but all I can say is like, from an audience perspective,
that's too much.
That's too much.
But
hey, respect.
Like, it was honestly, the crowd was great. Like, the energy was great.
Right, I saw a lot of stories. And it seemed like a lot of fun.
They were into it. They were into Nikayla.
Yeah. Ooh, Nikayla. Proud of you, girl. You've also segueing into a different, I guess, gig of yours. You danced for Bandits, like Vancouver Bandits.
I did.
Yeah.
That was also crazy. Like, I didn't think I would ever be on like specifically like a sports dance team.
Yeah.
Never saw that for myself, but I was like, let me just do it. Like, why not? Like, I love basketball. So
no, exactly. I was going to say, like, I feel like that's maybe a full circle moment for you, because it's like you've played basketball throughout elementary, high school.
Yeah.
You were really good at it, first of all. And you had love for the sport. And now you're like literally performing for a basketball team, which is crazy.
So crazy. And let me tell you, like, being a part of like a sports dance team is a whole different ball game. Like, lol, no different pun intended, but no pun intended, but
good one.
It really is a different ball game. Like, so many different things, because like you're not dancing on a stage, you're dancing on a court. And so like it's gonna look different, like, you know, being on the court and dancing, and then also like having the costume changes, because we had like 2 different like outfits, and it changing every single game. Like the sets would change, it's never like the same.
I see.
Okay. And sometimes there'd be like special things happening. Like, I know we had like a Filipino Heritage Day. We had like one dedicated to us. Hey,
period.
There's always so many different things happening. So for that job specifically, I really learned how to like be on my toes and just expect the unexpected, and things could literally change like that.
No,
like,
exactly.
in an instant.
Literally
day of. And you're on the Jumbotron. Shout out to Bandits. You guys should watch a game. They were really good this season. And surprisingly enough, a lot of the players are actually not from Vancouver.
Are they actually not?
I think only like 2 of them.
Oh, so basically, you just came out with a documentary.
I did!
And I watched it!
You watched it?
I did! And I loved every single moment of it. So let's talk about it. And so basically, just for context for the viewers, you created a piece to Ponde Replay.
I did.
By Rihanna.
You
know, the journey and like how I guess the process of creating this piece was showcased in the documentary. With that being said, what was your creative process like for the project? And how was that experience, you know, for you?
I think for that, to talk about the process, I gotta take it back to actually the director that asked me to do this whole documentary. So to give you guys context, Nia, beautiful person and woman and dancer, shout out to Nia, hey girl. We love Nia, everybody loves Nia. Okay, she is in the film and animation program at Capilano University.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually taught her at this dance program at Harbor Dance Center.
Okay.
Weekend Warriors, which I actually started on that one. What? That's where I first started dancing. She was a part of that, so that's how we kind of got connected there, because I taught their program. Like, I came in and I was a guest. Mm-hmm. Anyways, she like DM'd me on Instagram and she was like, hey girl, like I'm doing my final project for, you know, my film and animation program, and I would love to have you be a part of my project if you're open to it. And basically the final project is like a documentary, and it could be like about anything, anyone, whatever you want, essentially. And I was like, yeah girl, I'm down, like duh. Actually, a few days after me agreeing with her, she said, you know what, I actually changed the entire plot of what I was doing, because originally her idea was to simply like interview different dancers here in Vancouver and get like their process of like them as a dancer or like choreographer, like what their life looks like. Mm-hmm. But she actually shifted the focus, and she just wanted to focus on me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how it started.
What? Yeah. Me.
Like, I'm honored.
Yeah, no, seriously. I was like, me? You want to say with me? You say, God damn.
Do you mind passing my water? Sorry.
Yo, guys, stay hydrated.
Yes, please. Is there nothing?
Did you? Is it an empty mug?
I thought it was. There's a little bit of water.
Okay. It's like a droplet. Anyways.
So much. Yes.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. So, what's it called? Yeah. So she shifted it to just me.
Yeah.
And basically we kind of came to the conclusion, we were like, okay, like we're gonna basically focus on me, but also the process of like me as a choreographer. And it just so happened that her project was aligned with me doing main event. Yeah. Okay. So like that just worked. Like, I don't know what the universe did, but we just
clicked like
it
that.
All clicked at the same time, because actually when I got into main event to like put a set for main event, I was already planning on wanting to film the process of me making my set to promote myself as a choreographer. And
look at
like,
that.
yeah, just the whole process was so special. And like, just even me putting a set for main event, like in this type of way, like so loudly, like with a whole film crew, like, for me, so special, because this was me like making my stamp. This was me like marking, being like, hey, this is, I'm Gabby. Yeah. This is me. Period. And I am leaving my mark. And this is me starting my mark on the stage of main event. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this is kind of my reveal of me as a choreographer. So that's why it was so important for me to have this documentary too. And like doing it with them and with Nia was so special. Yeah. And what's really beautiful too is actually some of my friends flew down to be a part of it. I love my friends. Yeah. Shout out to Claire and Kiana. Y'all, they literally flew down from San Fran. The Bay. And oh my gosh, I went the extra mile for this. Like literally paid out of pocket for the amount of things I did. The costume, for example. Yeah. I wanted some special costumes for my girls, and I reached out to like a seamstress. Shout out to Quinn, hey! Whoa. And I was like, guys, I need to find a seamstress. Like, I need one. Blah blah blah. Someone connected me to him, and he happily designed a curated top for each girl. Oh my gosh! Yeah, each girl had their own unique top.
That top slays.
So good. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah. I felt so cute in it, but everybody felt so cute. But yeah. Yeah, like I really went the extra mile, and I treated this like a job. Because I truly feel that and believe in doing things as if you already are that person, or you already have that career. Right. Like, sure, I'm not like, you know, a choreographer in the film industry right now, but I treated this main event process and the documentary as if like I am the choreographer working in the industry. This is me choosing these dancers to be a part of this job, and I'm casting these dancers specifically. I have a film crew for, you know, my debut basically.
Go big or go home, basically.
Exactly. Like I just went the extra mile, and sometimes you just gotta do that, you know.
Just gotta do what you gotta do. Like people say, like, oh, it could be like extra. Like, no, it's not.
No,
it's like, if you want this for yourself, like, why don't you do it? You know what I mean? So,
and when I put myself in that mindset and like in the action of me doing all of that, that's me manifesting that,
putting it into existence. Yes.
Exactly. I'm living in it. I'm living as if that is my truth right now.
Right.
Yeah. So
say it louder for the people at the back.
Oh. It was just so surreal, and like even like doing the interview too. Yeah, I had like a little interview segment of
so
like
cute.
my creative process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such an amazing experience, and I loved the team that I worked with, and my dancers, and Nia and her film crew. Like everyone was just great. Yeah, it was phenomenal. So
phenomenal.
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Yes, that documentary, Chef's Kiss. With that being said, you have your own website.
I do.
Yes, I went through it.
She went through it.
It's so nice. But I was reading through like your blurb, like, you know, the introduction and whatnot. And one thing that stood out to me was you mentioned, why wait for the opportunity when you can make it for yourself?
Yes, I put that on purpose.
Can you explain
like where that
came from?
For me, like when I wrote that specifically in my website, it kind of takes me back to like when I was younger, and you know, kind of back to the themes of living for other people or like doing things for other people. I constantly, when I was younger, always was waiting for people to see me, to really see me, to see me for my worth.
Right.
I was waiting, always just waiting for someone else to notice me.
Yeah.
You know, but there was like a flip in my life, or a switch where I was like, why am I waiting?
Yeah.
Like, what am I waiting for? Like, I can do the things I want to do right now. Like
why sit around?
Like, who exactly am I waiting for? I was actually waiting for myself.
Period.
I wasn't waiting for anybody else. All I needed was to validate myself and my worth, that I'm capable of the things that I put my mind to, and just putting my best foot forward. So that's why I put that, because it kind of just, I like to read back at it to myself and be like, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else.
I love that. When I first read that, I resonate with that. And now that you mentioned that, like, you found yourself just waiting around, waiting for other people to validate your dreams. I'm struggling with that till this very day.
I still struggle with that.
Yeah, I feel like it is a work in progress for sure. One more question for you. This is such a really great talk. It's so fun, actually.
Yes, it's so fun.
Like, I love it. And the thing about Gabby is, like, we don't see each other that often, but like when I do see you, you're literally the same.
I will always be the same.
Yeah. Like the goofy Gabby that I know, gal. And I feel like that's so special. Like, you don't really have to see people that often to like connect. Because I see you like in the most random places, like Kelani.
Literally the randomest places.
Yeah, but then Simon's is the hot spot for sure, man.
I always see her at Simon's.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always in Simon's.
Yeah.
Like, look, yeah.
Didn't you like borrow clothes from us? Like,
yes,
for one of your for Temia, right?
Yeah, I was oh my god, that's another big thing I did.
Yeah, no, actually, can we talk about that?
Yeah. Oh my god, not me forgetting. Hello. There's just so many things happening in my life always. So I actually got a very special opportunity to put a set for an artist. So I was the director and choreographer for an artist for her like live performance on stage for the Elevate project here in Vancouver. It just happened, I think, like a few months ago, like in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was asked personally to be the choreographer for that, and that was a dream. She's a great, oh my god, she's amazing. She's actually from the UK, but she moved to Toronto. She's a rapper. Tamia. Oh, sorry,
I pronounced that really wrong in the beginning.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Tamia.
Hey girl. No, she's amazing. I genuinely love her music.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So that was my first time like working with an artist, and that was a huge thing for me. I didn't think I would be doing it this soon in my dance career.
Yeah, for sure.
I was setting my own piece on a live stage for artists. So many like wheels were going, because like I have to think about, okay, what are my dancers doing? What is she doing in this song? And obviously her set's long. Like she had like 4 songs, which is pretty small actually compared to other artists. But for me, that was like, oh my God, there's 4 songs. I had to choreograph to 4 different things.
Right.
Yeah. Like different sets, different vibes for each. And just being mindful of the artist too. Like it's a whole different skill.
Exactly. You gotta like communicate and
because obviously the dancers are not the stars.
Right.
She is. Like we gotta spotlight her at the end of the day. It's her show. So
for sure.
So that was amazing experience, and that also just flowed really nicely too. Like even choreographing, like because I loved her music the second I listened to it, so it was kind of easy for me to have a vision for each piece. It was definitely difficult though in some moments, because again, I was working full time as a preschool teacher. Like I'm tired.
Exactly.
And then I have like
and this is like your first ever like I guess project working with an artist. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And there's so many things I had to think about,
like costumes, like,
and like getting sizes for my dancers, and like just thinking things on the spot. Also, day of for tech rehearsal, we had to make some changes because because the stage with like the drums and everything, it was small. So we had to adjust some things.
Was that nerve-wracking? Like
a little bit, but honestly not as much, because like the dancers that I asked to do this job, like I trust them, and I trust that they're professional and they can adapt. Like the dancers I chose, they know how to adapt. They know how to work around things. That's why I chose them.
Yes.
And it was just a breeze, and it was a great experience. And she ended up winning because it was like a competition between like, I forgot what it was, but basically the Elevate project is to highlight like up and coming music artists in Canada, and it was like the top 4, and whoever wins gets like a cash prize, and then I think they get like an article on Georgia Strait or something like that.
Oh, sick.
There's other things connected to the whole whoever wins type of portion, but she ended up winning. She won first place. That's
amazing.
And the judges loved us. They loved the set. They loved the vibe. And I was like, duh.
Vibes are high, guys.
Yeah, we were going in. We were going off. I think that what was really special too, like that performance specifically. Shout out to Ziana. Her mom came to watch. Yeah, and that was her mom's first time. Like I just remember her mom like just teary-eyed, like talking to me, and she was like, that was my first time, like, you know, my daughter has been on stage for an artist, and she was like, I just want to thank you for giving her that opportunity. And I was like, stop
cry right now. No, that's so sweet.
Yeah,
moments like those just really like reveal like the beauty. Dancing really transcends into something more special, and like that like community connection, love. Oh my gosh.
And one day like I want to be able to be in those positions and book my like dancers that deserve those jobs.
Yes,
like
100%.
Ziana, amazing dancer, she deserved to be on that stage, and I'm really glad that she worked that with me. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I
love that.
Shout out to Z. Shout out to Z.
Shout out, girl. We're nearing the end of the episode, but I do want to ask you something. What impact do you hope to have? I mean, you have an impact in the dance community already, but like, what is something that you want people to remember Gaby as?
Ooh.
This is such a deep question, but like, I mean, we talk deep on this podcast.
Oh my gosh, this is spicy.
Yeah.
What do people want to remember me as?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I'm the baddest bee on. No, okay. Imagine.
Or like, what kind of impact do you want to have on the community?
I think the type of impact that I want to leave on the community, not just the dance community, but like I think just the people around me and
as a whole,
where I live.
Yeah.
I want people to know that with everything I do is with heart and soul and passion and honesty. All the work that I do and I put out there, and even like small interactions that I have with people, like even the minimal interactions or the big interactions or the big gigs, whatever the scale is, like I do everything with my heart and soul, always,
and
all
you
the
do.
time.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's such a, I don't know, I feel like when people become, or like there's like a narrative when they start really growing in their career and now they're in the film industry and blah blah blah, they might change into a different person, or like maybe they're more uptight or like very minimal with who, or specific with who they surround themselves around.
Yeah.
Like I want people to know that I'm still going to be the same person at the end of the day, and I'm going to treat everyone with respect, no matter where you are, where you're from, what you do. I will always, always, always have a heart for everybody, and I will always move with love and passion in everything I do.
Well, thank you, Gabs.
Thanks for having
for coming.
me.
Yes.
This
Cheers
is
to
such
many
a
more.
fun and funny
No, it is.
podcast.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I was like so nervous. But yeah, this was so much fun. And, you know, cheers to many more. You're amazing. You always will be. But yeah.
Just a start.
Yes. So follow her on Instagram.
Hey.
bbgabs _
Yes.
Yes, period. She has a website now.
I do have a website.
I will link everything down below.
It'll be linked.
Yes. But yeah.
Come check me out.
Period. Bye, guys.
Bye.